Yeah, I've always wanted to be a pop star as a kid. That was always my dream. It's crazy. My wildest dreams are coming true, and it was always a dream of mine to be at Eurovision, so winning Eurovision was the most out of this world idea that I could have had. Yeah, I've always wanted to be a pop star as a kid. That was always my dream. But then after puberty, I realized I still had a high voice. That's why I wanted to do classical training. And then I started to sing at the opera house. But then I always wanted to do pop music. That was always my thing. And I was the last one from my friend group to make music, to release my own music. And so I was just waiting for the right moment. I didn't want to do anything very quickly. So I was just waiting. And last year I felt that I was ready. And so then I texted Taya and asked if we could write a song for Eurovision. And that's how the song was born. My favorite artist is Ariana Grande. She's always been someone I've been following from the beginning, and she's crazy. Her voice is insane, and that's why I really look up to her. I met Sergio through my manager, because we were thinking about who could do our staging, and we remembered the staging that Sergio did for Bambi Thug last year, and that was something that I couldn't forget. And so then we decided to text him and say, hey Sergio, do you have time to maybe work with us and potentially do our staging? And then we sent him the song. He listened to it, and then after 2 days he made a full PowerPoint presentation about how he wanted the staging to look like, where the cameras should be, and the entire concept. And then he took Borja also on the boat, because he did the choreography of how to make my movements look very natural, to make it look very, very as if it were in one flow. Yeah, it was all of the movements that I did on stage were my natural movements. It was just the littlest things, like for example, when I had to get up first, how to make it look more elegant, because then if you stand up like this, you know, it looks a bit weird. So we tried to work on the littlest things, but everything else came naturally out of me. Yeah, every year the Eurovision, they work on different things that they want to work on. So this year they were really focusing on mental health for all of the artists, and they did an amazing job with that. So I think next year they'll also do an amazing job working on other aspects that they want to improve. Yeah, they communicated the rules already beforehand. So before the entire competition started, they said, okay, these are the rules. This is allowed, this is not allowed. So we had to obey the rules, of course. But I'm very glad that the audience was allowed to bring their flags, and they were all able to represent everyone who was at Eurovision. And that was very, very, very nice to see that everyone was there waving their flags. This festival is about music. That's what Eurovision started as. It was a musical contest or a musical fest that everyone was participating in. And I think that's how it should continue to say. It's a place for everybody. Everybody has their place at Eurovision. And I'm looking so much forward to seeing the new music and the new art forms that everyone is going to bring next year. It was nice. I met Melody at the pre-parties. So I met her in Amsterdam and in Madrid. And I also saw her then also in Basilea a few times when we were passing by, and her dressing room was opposite of my dressing room. So I could hear her always when she was warming up her voice. But she's very lovely. She's so fun, full of energy, and her performance is crazy. I mean, who can dance, sing, and perform like that and still have this big attitude, you know? It's nice. I think, you know, Melody did an amazing job. So I think she literally delivered everything that she could give. And I think everyone should be proud of that, because she did an amazing job. And I think next year, just, you know, the artists should still just be very authentic, true to themselves, and put out the music that they want to put out, because I think that's what makes the person more memorable. So I think just to stay authentic would be the way to go. Oh, that's a hard question. But I'd say my closest friend, Sissal from Denmark. I just love her so much. It's a great Europop song, and she's just the funniest person. I mean, every fan group is always demanding towards the artist because they want to hear more music, which I definitely understand. And therefore, I want to take this moment and give them what they deserve. So we'll be releasing a remix version of Wasted Love, and then towards the end of the summer, if everything works out well, new music will come out too. And I love that they're, you know, so excited to see someone. And that's why I like to take time to take pictures with them or give them an autograph and just, you know, engage with them, because those are the people that will be by your side till the end of your, you know, life. Ooh, I would love to collaborate with Chanel. I really loved her performance. She's amazing, so why not with Chanel? It was crazy, and I like the outfits that they all had, you know, similar outfits, and it was a very great show, and she's also a great performer. You know, her dancing is... All Spanish people at Eurovision are great performers. Everyone always has a big show, and I really love it. No, I would definitely love to continue making pop music because that's what I've always wanted to do. We have 2 weeks planned in the studio, so we have enough time to let our creative minds flow, and we'll try and find, you know, a healthy balance between pop and opera. So I will keep the operatic sound, but we will see in what way we will be able to put it in. But that's what you can expect from me.